Leave it. I should knock you out. Gary, leave it.
Down.
Coronation Street kidnap shock for Phelan and 9 more big soap moments you have to see this week. This can't end well. Struggling to keep track of the constant stream of soap spoilers? And Channel News picks out the biggest and best storylines hitting your screens in the week ahead. 1. Coronation Street, the tables turn on Pat Phelan, Friday at 7:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. on ITV. He's back. Corrie airs Pat Phelan's dramatic return scenes this Friday, as Gary is shocked to track him down at a caravan park in Wales. Having uncovered the evil serial killer's secret hideaway, the smart thing to do would probably be to call the police right away, but this is Gary we're talking about. Mikey North, who plays Gary, has already revealed that his reckless character will instead take matters into his own hands by kidnapping Phelan and bringing him back to Weatherfield to face the music. Not a smart move at the best of times, but especially not with the show's dramatic 9 p.m. week on the horizon. 2. EastEnders, Shakil's tragic death, Friday at 8 p.m. on BBC One. It's been a while since we've seen EastEnders explore an issue-based story, but this week we see the show tackle the topical subject of knife crime as Shakil and Keegan are both brutally stabbed by a dangerous gang. While Keegan is quickly found and rushed to hospital to get the help he needs, Shakil's terrible situation goes unnoticed as he collapses out of sight. It's only the next morning that the square's residents realize Shakil is missing, with tragic consequences as it's sadly too late to save him from his life-threatening injuries. Show bosses have been working closely with the Ben Kinsley Trust to raise awareness of knife crime and its tragic consequences, exploring how families and communities are affected in the aftermath. 3. Emmerdale, shock shooting in the Dales, Thursday at 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. on ITV. Just 1 week on from Jerry's tragic death, which we're still not over, by the way. The life of another villager will hang in the balance in equally tense scenes. The drama unfolds when Ross gets his hands on a gun, determined to make Joe pay after learning that he bribed Simon to keep quiet over the truth about the acid attack. Highly suspicious over what's been going on, Ross loads the gun with 1 bullet and plays a terrifying game of Russian roulette with Joe in his quest for answers. Emmerdale has confirmed that the horrifying situation leads to a shooting, but who will the victim be? 4. Hollyoaks, gunshot death ahead? Tuesday at 7 p.m. on E4, Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on Channel 4. Hollyoaks has finally caught up with its own flash-forward scenes, which means we're finally due some answers on that big shooting mystery involving Adam and Glenn. This week, Glenn orders Adam to shoot Zach dead, convinced that he's the grass who's threatening their sinister secrets. Of course, we all know that Adam is the real grass and he only ever got involved with his dad's dodgy business dealings as part of a grand master plan to get him locked up. But will Adam be forced to murder Zach to maintain his cover? 5. Neighbors, Finn Kelly is back. Tuesday at 1:45 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. on Channel 5. After a quiet couple of months since the hype of the 10 p.m. special died down, Neighbours is hotting up again this week with the return of ruthless villain Finn Kelly. He's back on screen on Tuesday, but you might have to wait a little longer to see him facing off against Susan, Xan and Ellie again. Finn's return scenes see him revealed as the secret boyfriend of Ellie's estranged sister B, who has no idea of his true identity and knows him only as Patrick. What is Finn up to? Whatever it is, we've been warned that he's about to get worse than ever before, if that's even possible. 6. Coronation Street, David hears a shocking revelation, Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. on ITV. There's relief all round this week when David appears in court for attacking Gary and is given a suspended sentence, making him a free man again. Once he's back home on the street, David is stunned as Shona fills him in on the detective work she's been doing in his absence. Shona tells David that she's managed to track down an old acquaintance of Josh, who was also once raped by him. When Shona urges David to report Josh to the police because now there's a better chance of building a stronger case, will it give him food for thought? 7. EastEnders, Kat misses her children, Friday at 8 p.m. on BBC One. Still keen for an explanation over what's going on with Kat and her absent family? Us too. The good news is that this story strand hasn't been forgotten, as Kat's thoughts naturally turn to her children this Friday as news of Shakil's tragic death spreads around the square. It's clear that Kat is missing being around the boys, but will she decide to do anything about it? Watch this space. 8. Emmerdale, Brenda comes under suspicion, Thursday at 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. on ITV. Brenda's recent erratic behavior makes her the prime suspect this week when Bob and Laurel spot smoke coming from the pirate ship outside the Thomas house. The surprise fire incident comes just after Bob has made arrangements to pick up his things from his old family home, which has the potential to stir up Brenda's emotions all over again. But has she really resorted to starting a fire to make him pay? 9. Hollyoaks, Maxine decides to take on Glenn, Wednesday at 7 p.m. on E4, Thursday at 6:30 p.m. on Channel 4. Maxine runs the risk of becoming Glenn's next enemy when she hatches a dangerous plan to expose his true colors. Deciding that it's time for her to take the baton and start working for D.S. Cassidy, Maxine makes a risky move by heading to Glenn's office and planting recording devices inside. But when Glenn returns, will he catch her in the act? The act